A businessman used to travel from one city to another for business. He had to cross a desert in between. The businessman was a negative thinker. He always complained about things. He would say things like, "I don't have this, I don't have that, this is lacking, and that is lacking." One day, the businessman was crossing the desert when his water bottle ran out. He was very thirsty, but there was no water in the desert. He became angry and said, "What a bad place this is. There are no trees, no water, and the road is long." Then he looked up at the sky and said, "God, what a place you have created. If I had lots of water and resources, I would make this place green and plant many trees." The businessman was saying all of this while looking up, as if he was waiting for a response from God. As soon as he looked down, he saw a well in front of him. He was surprised because he had never seen a well in the desert before. He went to the well and saw that it was full of water, but the businessman was still negative. He looked up at the sky and said, "God has given me a well full of water, but how am I supposed to get the water out?" This time, when he looked down, he saw a rope and bucket next to the well. But the businessman looked up again and said, "God, how am I supposed to carry the water?" Then he realized that there was something behind him. He turned around and saw a camel standing there. He was scared and thought, "This is really going to happen. I told God that I would make this place green and plant trees. Now I have to take responsibility for that." The businessman had everything he needed: a well full of water, a bucket and a rope, and a camel to carry the water. But he was still thinking negative thoughts. He thought that he had been given too much responsibility and that he couldn't do it. So he started running away. He was running away from his responsibility when a piece of paper flew by and stuck to his body. He picked it up and saw that it said, "I gave you water, a well, a rope, and a bucket, a means to carry the water. So why are you running away?" The businessman didn't understand what was happening. He crossed the desert while running, but he never made the desert green. The moral of the story is that negative thinking can prevent us from achieving our goals. If we want to succeed, we need to be positive and believe in ourselves. We also need to be willing to take responsibility for our actions.